rich. Imagine this. You're sitting at the same dinner table, the same house, the same family. You're still the same person you've always been. But somehow, everything feels different. The jokes hit differently. The conversations change. Your opinions suddenly matter. People who once questioned every decision you made now ask you for advice. What changed? Was it your personality? Your values? Your character? No, just one number, the number in your bank account. Money doesn't just change your lifestyle, it changes the way people see you. And sometimes, the people who change the most are the ones who have known you your entire life. Today, we're going to explore why this happens, what psychology says about it, and why understanding this can completely change the way you think about money and relationships. Because the truth is, wealth doesn't just buy things, it changes social dynamics. Let's start at the beginning. Imagine you're in your early 20s, you're working hard, trying to build your career, and your paycheck barely covers rent and groceries. You have dreams, big dreams. You talk about starting a business, investing, buying a house someday. But every conversation seems to end the same way. Be realistic. Get a safer job. Don't take unnecessary risks. At first, those comments sound like concern, and sometimes they genuinely are. But over time, something interesting starts to happen. People stop seeing your potential. They start judging your current situation instead. Psychologists call this the status effect. Whether we realize it or not, people often associate financial success with competence. It's not always fair. It's not always accurate. But it happens every single day. If someone drives an expensive car, many people automatically assume they're intelligent, disciplined, or successful. If someone struggles financially, others may assume they made poor decisions, even when they have no idea what that person's story really is. Our brains love shortcuts. Instead of learning who someone truly is, we often judge them based on visible signals. And money is one of the strongest signals society recognizes. Now imagine a few years pass. You get promoted, your investments begin to grow. Maybe you launch a successful business. Nothing about your personality changes overnight. You're still the same person who sat at that family dinner table. But suddenly, your ideas sound smarter. The same investment advice that everyone ignored a few years ago suddenly becomes fascinating. Family members start asking questions. What stocks are you buying? How did you do it? What do you think I should invest in? Notice something. Your knowledge didn't suddenly appear. It was always there. The difference is that success became proof. People often don't trust information. They trust results. That's one of the most fascinating truths about human behavior. We don't simply listen to the best ideas. We listen to the people we believe have earned the right to speak. And money is often treated as evidence, even when it shouldn't be. But here's where things become complicated. As your financial situation improves, expectations begin to change. The birthday gifts become more expensive. You're expected to pay for dinner. Relatives assume you're doing well enough to help. Friends ask for loans. Some people become genuinely proud of your success. Others quietly compare themselves to you. And comparison has a strange way of changing relationships. Not because anyone is necessarily a bad person, but because money has always carried emotional weight. For many people, wealth isn't just about dollars. It's about status, security, achievement, identity. That's why conversations around money can become surprisingly emotional. Sometimes people aren't reacting to your success. They're reacting to what your success makes them feel about their own lives. And that's an important distinction, because understanding it helps you respond with empathy instead of resentment. The reality is that money doesn't reveal who people are overnight. It simply amplifies emotions that were already there. Pride becomes stronger, jealousy becomes louder, admiration grows, insecurity becomes harder to hide. The money didn't create those emotions. It gave them a stage. And maybe that's the biggest lesson of all. If your relationships are built only on financial success, they're fragile. Because wealth can come and go, markets rise and fall, businesses succeed and fail, jobs change, but never let your bank balance become your identity. Because money can change your lifestyle. It can even change the way the world sees you, but it should never change the person you choose to be. If this video made you think differently about money and relationships, there's another question that's just as fascinating. Why do so many people earn more every year, yet still feel broke? In the next video, we'll explore the hidden psychology behind lifestyle inflation, and why making more money doesn't always make people wealthier. If that sounds interesting, subscribe to Ruby Explains, and I'll see you in the next one. But never let your bank balance become your identity, because money can change your lifestyle. It can even change the way the world sees you, but it should never change the person you choose to be. If this video made you think differently about money and relationships, there's another question that's just as fascinating. Why do so many people earn more every year, yet still feel broke? In the next video, we'll explore the hidden psychology behind lifestyle inflation and why making more money doesn't always make people wealthier. If that sounds interesting, subscribe to Ruby Explains, and I'll see you in the next one.